Well, yes, we may be in the waning powers of Donald Trump. We've said that before, but this time it looked like it may be real. The Republicans are happy now to really talk about Donald Trump and the future without Donald Trump. Let's go ahead and listen to a few of these, and then we'll take it on the other side.
Here are those Republican lawmakers yesterday directly blaming former President Donald Trump for their party's poor performance in the midterms. Take a look.
President Trump lost again, and I know a lot of people in our party love the president, former president, but he's, if you will, the kiss of death for somebody who wants to win a general election.
I think his obsession with the 2020 election became an albatross and a real liability for people who are running, especially in swing states.
I think he's less relevant all the time. Even if you capture all of the Trump voters, you may be able to win a primary, but you're not necessarily going to win a general election.
Those candidates most closely associated with former President Trump underperformed. That is objective. And those who had a little bit more distance tended to do a little bit better.
Is former President Trump's endorsement the kiss of death, as another Republican senator said today?
One thing Democrats have done a good job. They got their mail-in. They did a better job with early votes, mail-in and early voting. I think people vote based on what they think is important to them. They don't vote because one of us tells them they should vote that way.
Well, I don't think this was any referendum on President Trump. I think this is a referendum on us learning the cycle of how to run an election. We as Republicans have to learn about getting people out to vote. Cat's out of the bag with early voting.
Donald Trump's presence was so significant here. Republicans are ready to embrace him in 2024 as your standard bearer.
I don't quite see it that way. The Trump factor helps some and it hurts some, depending where you're at. Biden's not overly popular, but they won because I think their financing system is so much better than ours.
So, Joe, what does Trump have on Lindsey Graham? I mean, or what else could it be?
No power. It's nothing. No. I mean, everybody's like, oh, what's he have on Lindsey? What's he have on these people? Nothing. They're shameless. They're afraid to go to the voters. When it was cool for Lindsey to be part of our group, to run Newt Gingrich out of town, he was first in line. He was the revolutionary's revolutionary. Mm-hmm. And then when suddenly that was not invoked, suddenly he became John McCain's son. Mm-hmm. And, a political son. And we were like, what? How do you go from running coups with us to being like John McCain's son, who Senator McCain, God bless him, I loved him, but he had very little use for us, right?
Right.
And then how do you go? But John McCain was running for president, so Lindsey ran to the power. Mm-hmm. And then when Donald Trump ran for president, Lindsey ran to the power.
Donald Trump is not having the best time of his life. First, his tax reports had to be turned over. Then there's a referral now to the Justice Department from the January 6th committee. Now Republicans are turning against him in droves. They're starting to turn against him. His poll numbers are falling. Hey, this may be the time. We've said it several times before, but this just may be the time. One of the things that Liz had to say in the meeting, Liz Cheney, was that she wants to make sure, and all of us should want to make sure, that never again does this guy, we don't even have to take him to have folks try to elect him. We should make sure that constitutionally he does not have the right to run in an election any longer. I mean, it may be happening. It may be happening. We may actually see that this guy gets put away in the long run, which couldn't come soon enough. The evil that he represented to this country, and unfortunately, the carnal nature that he pulled out of a whole lot of his constituents that, unless having had a Donald Trump, while some of that stuff may have been recessive, he brought it all out. But we'll see what happens, folks. We'll see what happens. Donald Trump, your days are numbered. we spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number 1, subscribe to our channel, and number 2, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.